Do you run a promotional products company and constantly hear from clients, can you do this on something bigger, like suitcases, furniture, equipment, and other non-standard items? And you have to answer, no, it's not possible. Today I'll show you how to stop saying that and start making money from projects your competitors can only dream of. Before we start, I need to tell you one thing. This video has double the power. If you run an advertising agency, a promotional gadget company, or an event company, you'll soon learn how to increase your revenue by tens of % thanks to wall printing technology, which can be used not only on walls. And if you're already a wall printer, you'll discover an industry that can become your best source of steady, well-paying clients. Every "it's not possible" is lost money. It's a client who goes to the competition. It's the frustration of having an idea but your equipment limits you. Do you know that feeling when a client comes up with an idea and wants to print their logo on, for example, suitcases for employees? You analyze the different options and you can't propose any solution? Stickers are out because the surface has a rough texture. Laser engraving is out due to the material. And transferring the image and pressing it with a press would only make a large plastic pancake. And the worst part of it, often the projects you have to reject are the best paying ones, because a client looking for something unusual knows it's worth paying for. The problem is that traditional printing methods have their limits. Your printer has a maximum format, not all materials can be run through it, and some things won't even fit on the table. And that's where wall printing comes in. Imagine being able to print on anything. Suitcases, furniture, signs, walls. There are no size limitations because the printer runs on rails and can print graphics that are several meters long and high. There are no material limitations because it prints with UV inks that stick to practically anything and are instantly cured with a lamp. For example, we printed on suitcases. The client wanted the brand's branding on suitcases because such a suitcase is a great gift idea for employees, especially if they travel frequently on business. When we talked to this client, we learned that he had already done quite a bit of research, and it turned out that companies branding various gadgets were not able to accept this order. Why? Because decorating suitcases with traditional methods is simply impossible. They are large, and in addition, they are also rough, and other methods are impossible due to their structure. But with a wall printer, no problem. The client recently delivered 175 suitcases to us for branding. We set up the equipment and completed the order in 3 days and earned several hundreds, with minimal costs on our part. I won't talk about it here, but we already have a video on our channel about the costs of wall printing, the link to which has just appeared here at the top. 3 reasons why wall printing is a bullseye for promotional gadget companies. First, you expand your offer without competition. 99% of advertising companies don't have this technology. You become the only supplier in the region who can do large, unusual projects. Secondly, profits. On traditional gadgets, prices on the market are already fixed and you probably won't suddenly get a much higher margin than before. It's completely different in the case of wall printing, especially in such unusual applications. In this case, your margin can be much higher because you're doing something that others can't. Thirdly, the size of the projects. Instead of 50 mugs for 300 euros, you handle a complete office rebranding for 5,000. That's the difference. Okay, let's get down to specifics. How do you introduce wall printing services to your company? If you run an advertising company, first analyze your client base. Who already orders large projects from you? Who did you have to refuse in the last year due to equipment limitations? These are your potential wall printing clients. If there were no such cases, think about which companies could benefit from this solution, but have not even come up with the idea themselves yet. If this video convinced you that a wall printer is something worth considering in your company, go to our website and fill out the contact form. You will of course find the link in the bio. Immediately after completing the form, you will receive our full offer. In the next step, one of our account managers will contact you to better understand your situation, answer your questions, and present you with various financing options. From experience, we know that a large number of companies are interested in leasing, and this option is also available with us, which makes entering the wall printing industry even easier. And if you are a wall printer and are looking for clients, advertising companies are a bullseye. Identify advertising agencies, gadget printers, and event companies in your area. Show them your portfolio, especially those unusual projects. Propose a partnership. They have contacts and regular clients, and you have the technology that everyone needs. Therefore, entering into cooperation with such a company may be a great way to ensure a steady flow of orders and a long-term partnership that benefits both parties. The key is to show them the possibilities. Most people don't even know that wall printing exists. If you show them what can be done, they will start coming up with projects themselves and imagining amazing things that they will be able to create thanks to it. And now write in the comment. If you run an advertising company, what unusual projects have you had to reject recently? And if you are a printer, have you already carried out any non-standard prints on something other than walls? Leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next episode.